Hello, and thank you for joining me. This is Jenn Espinosa-Goswami, joining you live from my page, Be Weightless. If you haven't liked my page yet, what are you waiting for? It's there. Click the like button. Make sure you click on Get Notifications so that you can see me when I go live. I go live a couple of times a week. I'm going to consistently do this for quite a while, so if you want to hear more from me, make sure to hit like, make sure to get the notifications, and thank you for joining me this morning. Now, you notice the title of this live today is One Size Fits. Well, what this is referring to is back when I was growing up, there was a size that was called one size fits all. And unfortunately, I was the one size that it did not fit. When you get to be morbidly obese as a kid, your options for shopping for clothes were extremely limited, especially 20, 30 years ago. Today, we have more options like Torrid and online options, and there are a lot of plus-size clothes within different stores that parents are shopping at. So there are more options today than there were when I was growing up. And I think they phased out that whole idea of the one-size-fits-all concept. But this is a very stupid concept. And this is not just applicable to t-shirts, but to all things in life when it comes to health. So one size fits all was what the size used to be. And then they turned it into one size fits most, because as you can probably imagine, there were people like myself who could not fit into these darn one size fits all shirts. So I felt like I wasn't part of all, right? I was this crazy alien who didn't even fit into a normal society. I wasn't part of all. So the manufacturers got savvy to that, and they said, okay, one size fits most. Well, that also makes you feel excluded as a plus-size kid, and I was plus-size throughout, middle school, elementary, high school, college. It wasn't until my last year of college that I lost 100 pounds. So I was consistently other, right? I wasn't able to shop in the regular clothes section. Hi, thanks for joining us. We're talking about one size fits all, most, what have you. So comment here and let me know where you're coming from. So I was never a person who fit into any of those special categories of one size fits all, most, or whatever. And it made me feel not so happy about myself, right? I knew that I was maybe a size 22, a size 24, a size 26. I think that was the highest size I got to. And I had very special techniques that I would do to stretch out my t-shirts. Yes, I had a special technique to stretch out my extra large and double XL t-shirts so that they actually gave me some room in my midsection and made me feel like I wasn't all spanxed up into that place, even though we didn't have Spanx back then. We had spandex. So I had special techniques where I would take my wet t-shirt out of the washing machine and I would stretch it over a chair, preferably a chair that was bigger than my midsection, and leave it there to dry. So when it was dry, it was stretched to the fullest extent it could possibly be stretched. And that was my way to be to fit into normal clothing. So, that's one of my personal stories of my stretching techniques. And my sisters, who were older than me, used to laugh at me and say, oh, my sister actually called me Stretch for a period of time. Yes, she called me Stretch. There's a funny story about that when we were stretching our legs out after a fitness video we did at home. But also because I was known in my family for doing these particular stretching techniques. I didn't want to go and buy the next size up. I didn't want to be one size fits most or almost most. So, I had certain accommodations that I had to do to fit into certain clothing. And so when we talk about one size fits all or most, we can apply that not just to clothing, but to other areas of our life. So I picked up this book recently, Big Fit Girl. And it says on the back, the fitness industry does not meet the needs of plus-size women. This is very fascinating because recently, we're getting more plus-size women on the cover of magazines. And not just typical magazines or Sports Illustrated like Ashley Graham, but we're also have plus-size women on the cover of Runner's World plus size runners, marathon runners. There are quite a few of them out there. We have plus size shot put ladies. I think there was an Olympian who was featured naked in one of the magazines, showing off her extremely fit body, but she was larger than the traditional athlete. As a shot put person, I suppose you need more strength and you need more bulk to really be effective in that sport. But lately we've been seeing a lot of the fitness industry does not cater to the needs of the plus size woman. And that's 100% true. If you're a plus size woman, or if you're a woman who has a significant amount of extra weight, you can't just go start running outside and do marathons. That's just not how it works. You can't just, and walking. So if you're somewhere between, you know, sedentary, which is literally you're a couch potato who doesn't get up at all, and super fit, then there's such a wide range of abilities you have. Maybe walking is too easy for you as a plus size woman. But that doesn't mean that you can do extreme body shaping or extreme fitness or hop around like a crazy woman and do HIIT and Tabata. Maybe you're not at that level of fitness where you can do that. When I was Googling online, I found that there were a very few and very limited resources when it comes to how do you get fit as a plus size woman. Most of the articles and most of the information that's out there is catered to women who maybe feel fat, but maybe they have 10 to 15 extra pounds beyond what their doctors recommend they have. That's not the same kind of situation as someone who knows they have 50 and 60 pounds additional beyond what their doctors recommend, and who maybe have a certain level of fitness, but it's not the one size fits all kind of fitness, right? It's a specialty, it's an other category. And which is why I like to read things like this, because I very much admire fitness trainers who are plus size or who are larger than what you envision a fitness trainer should be, because they have a certain voice and they're speaking to a certain customer, and that customer may not be the woman who looks perfectly fit but doesn't feel fit. You know, there are certain positions you can't do, like curvy yoga. There's a whole movement around curvy yoga because, you know, yeah, we can do downward dog, we can do various things. It doesn't mean that we can be doing some of those crazy reformer activities, and it feels really uncomfortable when you're the largest woman in your fitness class. By the way, I'm consistently the largest woman in my fitness class. I do an outdoor fitness class through Fit for Mom Twin Cities right now, and I am definitely the largest woman in my class. That doesn't mean that I'm not fit. In fact, I consistently do more sit-ups and crunches than these women who are significantly smaller than me, because I have really good stomach muscles. You can't see them because I still have a little bit of chub on my middle. You can't see my muscles on my stomach, but they're strong, and I've always been really good at sit-ups. So this concept that one size fits all or one size fits most is an outdated and garbage concept. It's not true anymore. Whether you're talking about clothes, whether you're talking about fitness, or whether you're talking about meals. So let's talk about meals a little bit, because one of the services I provide to my clients is custom meal plans. And I'm one of those rare health coaches who is not going to say, you need to do Whole30, you need to do paleo, you need to do this. I actually worked with a health coach who basically felt that you shouldn't be vegetarian. And that was insulting in some ways, and that was kind of silly, because there are quite a few people who thrive on a vegetarian diet, if not a vegan diet. So you know, different people have their certain niches that they serve. I serve everyone. Literally, I have worked with people who don't eat gluten, who don't eat grains, who don't eat certain things, who have allergies, who have intolerances. And the way I build meals is friendly to everyone's dietary preferences, which is why it's a benefit to my customers, because they don't have to worry about, oh, now I got to start giving up something that I already like and I know works for me. No, we're not going to make you start from scratch. It's not a one-size-fits-all plan. You're a unique individual with unique abilities and unique skill set and unique goals. Like your goal may be different from another client that I'm working with, and that's okay. That's why I like to serve you where you are today. So this whole idea of one size fits all, how do you feel about that? Make sure you comment below this video whether you've had experiences like me where this one size fits all or most was a wah, wah, because you never were able to fit into those, or maybe still are not able to. If you still see them in the stores and available, you felt like you were different and other. Or maybe because you had an experience at the gym or in a group fitness class and you were consistently the biggest woman in the class, and that maybe made you feel a little bit uncomfortable. It's okay to admit if you're uncomfortable. I actually feel proud if I'm the biggest one in my class, because I'm like, I can still do all this stuff anyway. So it kind of, it taps into my whole rebel thinking of I'm not going to do things the way anyone else does it. It makes me feel good to be the biggest woman in class, but maybe it makes you feel like you stand out. Maybe it makes you feel uncomfortable, or that someone is watching you. They're not watching you. I promise, they're not watching you. They're too busy sweating and trying to figure out what they're doing. They're not watching you. And also, one size fits all. You may see a lot of programs out there that feel like, well, this person did really good on this one, and that person did really good on this one, so I would definitely do good on that one. Not necessarily. Everyone is unique and has different needs. Choosing a health program is a really important thing, because you have to make sure it's one that fits you. And you are unique and have different skill sets from anyone you know who took those other things, which is why I like to meet my clients where they are. My programs and my health coaching has nothing to do with putting you into a cookie cutter program. By the way, cookies are coming up. Oh, how fun. Thank you for the like. Please let me know who gave me the like. I love likes and hearts, so keep them coming. Keep them coming. So at the end of the day, you know, you think about these one-size-fits-all plans, and maybe you've been on one in the past. Did it work for you? Did you feel like all of your needs were met during the course of the program? Do you feel like it grows with you as you approach different seasons in life? Do you feel like it's something that you can maintain? And that's a struggle that many people I work with have is, yeah, they're great for 30, 60, 90 days, but then what happens after that? The maintenance part is the harder piece, because chances are that program is not growing with you. It's not fitting your needs at the moment you need it. And I fully admit, I've been in the health industry for a long time, and I've had my own personal success story. What I'm doing today is not the same as what I did 20 years ago. I mean, it's just not, it's not the case. I'm older. I have different circumstances. I have different time availability. I have different goals and different priorities. So what I need to do today is completely different than what I needed to do when I first lost 100 pounds. And I'm eating differently today than I was before. So health is always a spectrum, which is why this whole idea of one size fits all is bogus. You're not the same person today that you're going to be 5 years from now. So why not find a program and a process that actually fits you and grows with you and will take into account all the unique abilities and characteristics that you have, because you do have them, and that's what makes you beautiful and special. Not other. You're not other. You're not beyond the pale. You're not a person who is not part of society, which is what these darn one-size-fits-all programs are trying to make you believe. But you are special in the way that you listen to your own instincts, and you know that something that follows your instincts and what you most resonate and relate to is the plan for you. Thank you for joining me live today about one size fits all, or most, or no one. One size does not fit anyone at the end of the day. If you are curious about how my personalized plan can help you achieve your health goals, I would love to have a conversation with you. I'm currently accepting 2 clients, and I hope that next client will be you. I have a 6-month program, so never fear. You will sail through New Year's resolutions because you would have already established some foundational habits by then, and you don't even have to worry about the holidays because I will be there supporting you 100% of the way. So by the time spring rolls around back in March, you will be covered. You will have everything you need to do, and you'll be well on your way to your big, bold health goal using a process that flexes and works with your lifestyle. It is not cookie cutter, and I'm not trying to put you in a box or in a t-shirt that says one size fits all. You're unique and you deserve a unique experience. I will pop my link to schedule a complimentary phone call with me so you can talk to me about what that might look like for you and whether this is the right season and it's a good fit for you. I love to work with really ambitious women who are go-getters, right? Like, they don't necessarily want me to shake my hand in their face because I don't do that, but they want someone who gives them a clear direction and helps celebrate their progress. That's what I do, and that's what I love doing. So feel free to check out my calendar and find a time that works for you. And don't forget to share your comments down below this video of your experiences with one size fits all and whether it actually fits you, and maybe what the next step might be for you. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for joining me live. This is Jenn Espinosa-Goswami from Be Weightless, and learn how you can fly. You can. Talk to you soon.